Yep, we are live, guys. Welcome. First of all, welcome to another live stream. Yeah, welcome to another live stream, guys. I hope you guys are doing well. So, yeah, market is recovering. Today, I have some very interesting things I want to talk about, especially what things I have. Okay, so first of all, I want to talk about the NFT ecosystem. What is happening in the whole ecosystem? Lighting is what about the light? Okay, now today lighting is not good. Okay, so yeah. Okay, now I think it's good. Okay, but still. Okay, let's not talk about lighting, right? So yeah, talk about NFTs. Talk about a debate, not a debate. A conflict going on between Mark Cuban and Gary Gensler, and why I think from now on this is a turning point for all of the hackers and just everyone who want to avoid taxes. Why I think this is not the turning point? Because Monero has come up with their atomic swap where you can swap Bitcoin with Monero. So why I think this is going to be a turning point, and from since now on, all the hacks that happen, all of the money will be transferred to atomic swap. That's what I feel, and that's what I feel like. It's all speculation right now, but yeah. But before we move on, thanks of all. If you are watching this, I know most of you are not live. It's like 4 in the morning, right? 4:11 in the morning, if I say so. 4:11 in the morning, right? So I hope I know most of you guys are not watching this or watching in the later stage, but yeah, thanks a lot, guys, and don't forget to like the video, subscribe if you want. We have just reached a milestone. We have done 50 videos on our channel, and I don't know what the goal is, but I want to do live stream on a regular basis so that I get updated. This is a frank call. This is a thing where both of us, you guys as well as me, get updated what is happening around the crypto ecosystem. So yeah, let's do a quick market watch. Right? Let's do a quick market watch. Yeah. So if we do a quick market watch, so there are close to 400 exchanges. We started when exchange were like 330. So now we are close to 400 exchanges. Market cap is up. Market cap is up like 50 million. I don't know what the number is, but it's up from yesterday, right? Volume is on a good scale. Bitcoin dominance rose up. Ethereum dominance down. And gas fees is just crazy. I don't want to talk about gas fees. Like I am too yeah. So let's see the top movers. This is my watch list. This is the all of the things that I follow. I don't follow all of the stuff. This is the thing that I follow. So if I see what are the top gainers, top gainers are super rare. I don't know. Like this was $1 in front of me. I did not buy it. I don't know. Just bad luck, bad timing. I did not buy super rare. It was $1. So rareable was like $18 in front of me. I did not buy. Right. So yeah. I bought Decentraland, Gala, and KuCoin. So yeah, that's what it is. If we do like, I want to see the things that are down for the week, right? That are down for the week. So down for the week are Soul Farm, DeFi Network. So I might be interested to invest in DeFi Network. Like this is on my look. I would just wait another pullback on Airwave, or you can start DCA right now, right? Okay. So if I want to buy right now, right, what would I buy? I would buy Cardano for sure. Any moment right now before the Google mainnet launch, I will buy for sure. I will buy Cardano. I don't know why the lighting is not right. I don't know. Maybe something else. Maybe my white is more like blinking rather than the face. But yeah. So Cardano. I would buy Polkadot. Polkadot has not pumped. If you see all of these things, Polkadot is just like sitting. It's waiting for its pump. Right now we have two competitors in its side, Solana and Cardano. Both are pumping and Polkadot is not. So yeah, Polkadot would be a good Chainlink every day. Chainlink every day. I would say the next thing that I would buy is FTT token. I'm more bullish on FTT token than Binance Coin, and you guys know the reason. And if you don't watch the yesterday's live stream, day before yesterday's, right? So I talked about is like, because FTT is getting a sponsorship, like getting sponsoring all of the sports team, right? So they might launch their own chain, which like KuCoin did, which Binance did, which CRO did, and they might launch the fan token, which is happening in soccer, right? Fan token in soccer is a multi-billion-dollar industry, and I think this will make FTT like a from a number 32 to in like top 10. That's what I think. So yeah, that's my thesis on that. Again, if you're buying Polkadot, buy Kusama. Kusama pumps harder than Polkadot, but yeah. Chili's, good point. Sushi, I just love sushi shop. I don't know why. I just love sushi shop. Just love it, so I will buy it. I will not buy Audius right now. I will wait. I'm just like cursing myself, like Super Air was $1 in front of me and now it's not, but you can't do anything, right? This is what it is. Let's move on. Super Farm, I would say if you are getting into Super Farm, anything below $1 or like 95 cents, it's a good price to DCA right now. The only reason why I can't DCA is I have to transfer money and the gas fee is just insane right now. So yeah, that's a quick market watch, and now let's get straight into it. So now Budweiser has also got into the NFT space. They have bought an NFT, so they did two purchases, right? The beer giant hand-drawn beer, right? So they what's the Twitter handle? Where's the Twitter? Find the tweet. Give me a sec. I'm gonna find that tweet where it is. It might be here. Yeah. So they bought this, which is like the hand-drawn beer candle. They bought this for like 8 ETH, around $28,000. Also, they also bought beer.eth domain. So beer.eth, yeah. So they also bought beer.eth domain for 30 ETH, which is like $100,000. So this. And the article says like many things are going mainstream, and mainstream is like understanding or getting onboarded. But this is what Sam Bankman-Fried talked about, and I covered this yesterday. Mainstream is adopting things faster than they know, than they are understanding things. So that's why like I'm connecting the dots here. If you talk about Time Magazine that did with Pudgy Penguins, same with Budweiser's, they're adopting things, or they're trying to adopt things faster than they can understand. And what I think of it, it's just like a marketing campaign, because if Budweiser did say Budweiser get a ton of free marketing, right? Because everyone in the crypto must be talking about this in the last, like yesterday or today or tomorrow, right? Depending on the time zone you have. So I feel like if we see mainstream is not adopting it, mainstream does not have the chance to adopt it, and if they're adopting at a faster rate than they're understanding things. So that's my hypothesis, and that's what Sam Bankman-Fried talked about this, which now I'm understanding. So I will not be like super excited, but yeah, NFTs are just popping right now. It's like it comes in phases, and right now NFT is hot. And while NFTs is hot, Facebook is Facebook is gonna launch their own NFT wallet, which is called as NOVA. So when they have they have a crypto wallet like NOVI, right? And they will be like help consumer to support the NFTs. They all, because they were trying to release their stable coin, which is like Libra DM, right? Which was pegged to every stable currency out there. They were pegged to like, so if you see, they were released their white paper in which the digital currency DM, right, will be pegged to several fiat currencies, including the US dollar, the euro, the Japanese yen, the British pound, and the Singapore dollar, right? So if this thing happened, right? If this thing happened, like they have a own currency, I think this would be a shift, a change. It would be a history in making, right? Because earlier, every company, there was competition about the products, right? Now, there would be a competition about the money itself. Imagine this. I talked about on the podcast, like a few of my friends. If you are the OG of the channel, right? So right now we are just, all of the companies are competing with products, right? Who has the better product in any domain? but they're still getting the same monetary value, right? Imagine if companies are competing against each other with money. Like Tesla has their own money and Facebook has their own money. US dollar has their own. US country has their own money. Imagine the epitome of the competition level would how it be. Like for me, it's very 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 exciting. Like I'm super excited. Like I want Facebook to like launch their currency. I know many people don't like this, but from how I see, if you don't innovate, right? We have been like on the fiat thing for $50, 50 years, right? We need adoption. Is cryptocurrency the adoption or the DM is the adoption? And there's a lot of pushback if Facebook has all of the power. If people don't trust Facebook, right? Because they're trying to juice all of our data and then sell to the advertisers. People are afraid if we get the monetary hands to Facebook, like what could happen. So from one perspective I understand, but it's just exciting to me. And because they already were building this, they have a crypto wallet and crypto wallet with NOVI, and they are helping to get in the NFT space. And they said like the wallet is like ready to launch, right? The wallet is ready to launch. If you go on novi.com, this is what it looks like. Novi from Facebook, as you can see. So you can use from like any of the platform, Facebook Messenger, I think from Instagram too. Like they have already embedded, like you can message people from Instagram to Facebook. They have already embedded, right? So yeah. So I think this could be interesting. Like this could be interesting, right? This could be interesting. This would be interesting. I feel like if Facebook is getting into this, there might be some competition, but I don't feel like Facebook is gonna succeed in this Web3 domain, right? Facebook conquered the Web2 domain from like top to bottom. Everyone was like using Facebook, and Facebook was the king. I feel like in the Web3 space, Facebook is not gonna succeed. That's what I believe at all. No one trusts Facebook, even if it has an amazing product, right? I am afraid no one is gonna use Facebook, especially the people who are in the Web3 community, right? They're not gonna use Facebook at all. Why? They just don't trust it. They just don't trust it. If people don't trust it, people are not gonna use it. So it's an interesting thing. Just want to give you an update. Like Facebook is coming with this thing, and it's Facebook, man. I'm not gonna use it, to be honest. I don't even use Facebook. The only app that I use is like Twitter, Discord, and maybe Insta. So I don't want to use any kind of thing that is related to Facebook, right? It's just like does not make sense to me, just not for me. So it's up to you. I don't know how you guys feel about it. Like if Facebook controls our monetary system, or Facebook is the bank, right? Facebook is already selling all of our things, then they can extract to make money. What if they are the money? Like what if the money that we use is from Facebook itself? So yeah, so it's an interesting thing what is happening, but yeah, that's what my take is. And while we are on the talk of like NFTs, Thailand has released a new proposal of like their digital asset custodian. So they are trying to protect investors. Like they are making crypto regulations, like people who buy fiat to digital asset, right? People who buy from like fiat to digital asset, from like anti-money laundering and stuff. They're trying to get a hold of it. They are making laws. The only concern that I have, if they don't understand it, right? If they don't truly understand the infrastructure of this, they might make some laws that are bullshit. So that's my take on it. It's not a great article, nothing like they did not reveal anything, right? They did not reveal anything, to be honest. But the next thing is interesting. I don't know how many you guys have played Axie Infinity, but this is just interesting concept. Like this is what play to earn means, because like countries like Venezuela and Philippines, where you could make more money than playing Axie Infinity as a game, rather than doing a 9 to 5 job, right? So you are making more money by playing a game. You are literally making more money by playing a game, right? So that's what the government is saying. The Philippine Bureau of Internal Revenue, like BIR, is focusing on blockchain powered game Axie Infinity over tax concern, right? What they are saying, they need their cut. To be honest, they are saying they want it cut from the Axie Infinity earners. So yeah, so Axie Infinity, like I know a lot of people and it say that like in places like Philippines and Venezuela, people are earning a lot of money playing Axie Infinity. Some players are earning more playing Axie Infinity than would do at their 9 to 5 jobs, right? Which is interesting. Like because of like you are on the international radar, you are now earning on an international radar, and I feel like I'm from India, and if you play at an international standard, the cost of living in India is like very low, which adds on to the leverage, and if you could make a living out of it, that's interesting. And now the Philippine government had like got a wind of this earning, they want to tax. And they have said like Axie Infinity earnings are subject to income tax, and the government just want their cut. And an interesting thing has like the founders from Axie Infinity, they are from like South Asia. I don't know from which country they are. Give me a sec. They are from Vietnam, right? They are from Vietnam, and they say like they are incentivizing the Axie Infinity players to pay the tax. By what they say, like tax is a game of, it's a flow of wealth. Remember that the principle of taxation is a flow of wealth. So what they're trying to say, because you have been playing Axie Infinity and in the ecosystem, you are earning so much that you are in the wealthy category, that you have to pay tax now. Interesting way to put it, but ultimately the government wants it cut. You can't put it, and that's why I think this thing is just so amazing what it has done. So I have another thing I want to cover about NFT, but let's talk about this while we're on topic. Like, how can you protect taxes from the government? Like, there were many hackers that were taking money in Bitcoin, right? But Bitcoin is traceable to its very end moment, but Monero is not. So Monero has come up with their new atomic swap capabilities, right? For now you can swap Bitcoin for Monero. And when you enter into Monero, no one can track anything. It's a private coin. It's a privacy coin. No one can track anything. You are free to spend. So that is what makes it very much interesting. So yeah, the Monero processor announced the Bitcoin Monero atomic swaps are available via an implementation created by the COMIT network, right? The developer emphasizes the software is in the new phase and they might expect some unexpected bugs. So be careful and only test with small amounts. So yeah, so if I go, this is an interesting concept. This is an interesting thing. Like this is the swap. If you see the swap, like it's no fancy like Uniswap or SushiSwap. It's just made for those people that want privacy. And the people who want privacy, they don't care about the design. So it's very clear. If you see, these are like very basic thing. They don't care about design at all. At all. So yeah. So this is how it looks like, and I feel like this could be a turning moment for all of the hackers that want money in Bitcoin. They could, if they want to spend it, they just swap it, right? They just swap it to Monero, and when they're in Monero, no one can track shit about it. So if Axie players want, right? If Axie players want, they could turn their Axie into Bitcoin and then to Monero. That's what I feel like, and it's very interesting to me. It's very interesting of this. So how you say, let's say I want to transfer like one Bitcoin, right? Let's say 0.01 Bitcoin. Let's say 0.01 Bitcoin. I want to receive Monero, right? So exchange it, you can see like what it is, and I just say swap. So what the thing is asking me, what's my Monero address. So I just put in my Monero address, and what's my Bitcoin refund address. Let's say the transaction did not went through and they want to like return the further smart contract, right? So they return to this. This is very interesting and I love this. I like, for me as a person who likes privacy, or like, it's just fascinating to me. Like now there is a way where every Bitcoin can be non-traceable. You just swap to Monero if it works, right? Right now it's not working for large amount. It's working for only 0.07 BTC, which is not a large amount, right? But what if it works for large amounts? What if you could swap like millions or billions of Bitcoin to Monero? Interesting thing. I just love their technology, like how they're providing this. For me, right and wrong are just two perspectives of a coin. For someone, what is right, it could be wrong. For someone who's wrong, could be right. So yeah. So I just love this, what is happening. So yeah, that's my take on it. And yeah. So what else? Now let's talk about OnlyFans. So I don't know if you guys have seen, but OnlyFans has like, they are pushed by the banks, and this is gonna happen, right? Because if you run this, the bank does not support the sex workers, right? They don't want to support the sex workers, they want to get associated with, and that happened with Pornhub earlier. And like Visa, Mastercard did like 2020, like you can't pay on Pornhub like subscription for like since 2020 using a Visa and Mastercard. So there is no banking service on Pornhub. Everything is done through cryptocurrencies. So OnlyFans has just went into this problem, and the CEO of OnlyFans has explained like how banks had forced it to drop adult content from the subscription-based platform, and he said we had no choice. The short answer is banks. So the bank does not want to say that, and they say they have to pay 1 million creators, and they have to like pay out all on a basis of 300 million every month, $300 million every month, and making sure the funds get to the creators involved banking sector. And what was happening, every transaction that went to the platform, right, they were flagged and rejected. Every wire transfer connected with the firm which was making it difficult to pay creators on the platform, so they were flagged and like reported, so that's why they could not do so. And this happened to Pornhub. You can see that they are using like the world's network, the cryptocurrencies. So this have two sides of a story. One is there are some crypto platforms that are subscription based model, just like OnlyFans but on crypto, right? The other thing is I'm going to show like how their token price went like shot up like 10x within like hours. The second thing is, what will OnlyFans do? Can they go crypto like Pornhub, or because right now the money is controlled by the bank, so everyone is effed up who like the sex worker, right? So that's why like that's not the idea. Like I want to convey a message that Lex Friedman said. We are bound by the government, right? The government is controlling us in one way or another, and the very like to remove the boundaries of the government, to not government control us, right? One way is you remove the monetary policies. Government is controlling us in a one way by using, we are entitled to use their monetary policies, right? And the one part of it to like get freedom from that, like of that monetary policy, is cryptocurrency. You just remove the monetary policy that the government is saying. You just go to a decentralized network that is run by the internet. So that is one way. So that's what I feel like from OnlyFans. Like they are entitled because the banks don't want to deal with this stuff. So that's what I feel like it on a personal basis. And let's show me like these are two platforms, right? These are two platforms, TreatDAO and Nafty.tv. So these are both are like in that space, like OnlyFans compared to the in the crypto space. See the price of the token, right? And if you see the price of the token, it was like $1 and it went to like $13, like $14. It 14x in how much time? August 19 to, you could 14x your money, not double, 14x your money in just 5 days. I can't show you the platform because it's like sexually, so I just don't put it. And Nafty too. So Nafty just went like, it was already on a rise, but it just like parabolic sort of. It's a parabolic move. Yeah. So that's what it did. So these are the two platforms that the OnlyFans competitor was. So that's what it is. And I talked about Monero, and what time are we in? We are at 25. Okay. Now let's talk about the debate. Not the debate, but the controversy that is happening. So see this. So the SEC chairman Gary Gensler said like crypto can't reach its potential if it tries to stay outside of our laws, right? Makes sense? Okay, if crypto wants to get the mainstream adoption, they need to abide by the laws what the world is running on. Makes sense. But how they portray it just BS. Gary Gensler said the crypto. Okay. He said that emphasizing that SEC is focusing on investor protection. When I hear this word, investor protection, we want to protect the unsaid, unmanned. This is BS. I don't think so. They are going the investor protection. They are neutral about the technology, about the Bitcoin and the crypto tokens. However, they're not neutral about investor protection. That is such BS. Like when I read this article for the very first time, I felt like this is such BS, guys. This is such BS. Like this is BS. The cryptocurrency, like, is in like you can see my frustration every time when I say like investor protection. This is like just BS. And Mark Cuban has responded to it, and he said it in a very clear way. The Gary Gensler tweet was, the spirit of the law is about protecting investors. Our rigorous informers regime, the SEC is following facts and the law, blah blah blah. To which Mark's response, this is such BS. That is what I'm saying. This is such BS. And he says, you didn't start this BS, right? So please don't continue it. Even if you're working on behalf of investors, you will make it easy for questions by the investors and by business people. You are making it near impossible. Those can't afford lawyers and can only guess. So he covers three things. One is like, I'm frustrated. Like when everyone says like it's for investor protection, does not make sense at all. Does not make sense at all. Second of all, he said that Gary was teaching at MIT at the blockchain. So right, he recently joined. So he said like, you are not the person that you were. Right? This is not started by you. So please don't continue it with this. You don't mix with the bad guys, not the bad guys, right? And he said like, you are making it very hard. You're like, for any crypto exchange to like register in NYC, they have to go through so much things, so much, like any business that want to deal in crypto, they have to go so much regulation. To which Mark says, make it easy so that people can ask things and it makes it easy. You are making it near impossible right now, and if something goes up, then lawyers come up. And he says, if someone asks a lawyer, accountant, blah blah, so I will think about it. So if something comes, you have to go about the lawyers, right? And you can't go with the lawyers. Ripple is going with SEC, right? And see this. Ask yourself why there are thousands of lawyers at SEC. Because they want to put you the pressure, put you on the ban. Like anything you don't obey, it's a locus. Like Ripple. Like there are only two exchanges that are registered in New York: Gemini and Coinbase. Kraken, Binance, no, because there's so much regulation that you have to deal with, so much BS you have to deal with, right? So lawyers want to litigate in every way. In every business, if you need a lawyer to fix a problem, you have a big problem. Why doesn't the SEC have thousands of people working to make sure that there is no need for thousands of lawyers? That's right. This is just like my heart, like just that's what I loved about Mark Cuban. He's a business guy. He does not give a shit. He's a business guy. He said like business is the ultimate sport, and that's what I agree. So good point. Why does SEC have so many lawyers? They just like litigate everyone, right? And the other thing is they can't provide transparency, right? Because if they ask like there's also a different thing, right? You can't litigate the SEC itself because it goes against like laws and purposes. See this line program. Ask a retail investor to define insider trading. Your lawyers rarely agree. How can they know? Why won't the SEC honor the right to a jury trial? And the SEC does not provide a jury trial to like SEC cannot be under the jury trial. Why? Because there's so much uncertainty in jury trial. The judge is not the power. In everything, judge is the power, right? In jury trial, there are people. That's why the SEC has so many. So this is just bullshit. Like what SEC is saying. I would say like SEC is full of shit. There's so many lawyers and so many things to deal with. They are not trying to solve the problem. They are the problem itself. That's what Mark Cuban said. So I'm just so like, whatever they're saying, I'm just like so disappointed what they're saying. And it is not happening in US. It is happening in like India too. Like what the regulators are saying. So it's just a bullshit, to be honest. So yeah, that's what it is. And I think the OnlyFans, I forget. The OnlyFans should get talks with like this bank. So the Vast Bank is allowing investors to buy cryptocurrencies from its bank. So a Tusla Okla based bank is inserting crypto purchasing from its mobile bank, right? None bank is providing buying of cryptocurrencies from its net banking, right? So Vast Bank, formerly known as Valley National Bank, has been testing customers to buy crypto, right? And now they have like almost 783 billion dollars, million dollars, right? They're very small when you compare to like JP Morgan and Chase, where they're like 3.2 trillion dollars. So so now you can buy cryptocurrency from your bank itself, which is quite good. And I think like Coinbase should go, not Coinbase, OnlyFans should go with them. That's what I feel like. And that's it. I think that's enough that I have for today. But I just want to convey one thing, right? Guys. NFTs, media will try to get headlines, right? No one is going to talk about Budweiser, but they just bought it 100K and they got like $1 million of marketing, right? So don't go with that stream. See what Sam Bankman-Fried is saying. The mainstream is trying to adopt NFTs faster than they understand this. So that's the second thing. First thing, right? Second thing is Facebook is releasing their NFT wallet, but I don't believe it's gonna work because no one trusts Facebook, right? The third thing is now it is becoming easier to transfer, like to hide Bitcoin. Now it is becoming very easier to hide Bitcoin very easily. Very easily. It is becoming so easy for people to like hide Bitcoin using the like of Monero atomic swap, which I sold. The next thing is whatever SEC is saying, it's just bullshit. It's just BS. It is just BS, guys. I cannot focus it more. It's so BS. Whenever it says like investor protection, I just like stand away. It does not make sense to me, and we should move on. So yeah. So that's it from me today, guys. I hope you learned something more, and see ya. Peace out, guys. Thank you for joining in, and bye bye. See ya, motherfuckers.